kind of get our viewers to, kind of know while y'all are out there on the road doing y'all's thing, what's like the most memorable, time that you've had, bad or good, while y'all been on the beach?
One of our poetry videos went pretty viral recently, and has been kind of copied and posted on other people's pages plenty of times. And a few days ago, I just kind of was looking through some of the comments that people were having, and on each versions that it's been posted at. One particular comment said, "Wow, that was amazing. I disagree with everything he said, but man, that was amazing." And then the person said, "What did you disagree with?" And then there was just this pages and pages of these guys going back and forth, feeling like, man, we're really a stone in their slingshot, like that God's really using us as a tool, you know what I mean, to encourage believers and to spark dialogue among non-believers, that we're not just staying in this ivory tower, and hoping you like it just because you like it.
Where me and my wife actually lived, there was a triple homicide. So there was 3 people in one family got killed. It was a really nasty situation. But that night, come to find out, Alert did that thing, and then we played Thomas's set live, which was a privilege in and of itself. But then he ended the piece with Father Figure Skater, sharing his story about his father, and then presented the hope of the gospel of Jesus Christ and the transforming power that it has. And the girl who was the daughter of the people that got killed, basically her parents and uncle got killed, came to know the hope of the gospel that night through Thomas's presentation of the gospel. So just seeing that real-time fruit come that night, and seeing how the heartbreak and the real-time story that Thomas went through all his life, how God used that then to reach out to a girl that just experienced a nightmare. That was definitely a highlight this year for me.
Around this time last year, I wasn't doing so well. I was kind of depressed. And, everything I felt like was just, I don't know, whack. Like my personal life, my relationship with God, my marriage, my family, just like over with, you know what I mean? So got brothers like Brian Braille, Thomas, they was real. Just that company and the way that they showed their compassion towards me and strengthened me during those times, you know what I'm saying? It was just amazing, man.
We've kind of been intentional about talking about pain and talking about hardship and being transparent about the things we go through. A lot of the fruit that we've seen from the ministry, and a lot of the feedback that when the ministry has made an impact in people's lives have come from people who have been touched when there was no one else that could really relate to what they were going through, no one else who was able to I'm talking from cancer patients, on a guy in Africa who was paralyzed from the waist down in a car accident, emailing us, and I receive a lot of the emails this is what I'm listening to in the hospital right now. Then you have your audience coming with you and wanting to talk about those issues, and there's a weightiness to it, but there's just a beautiful contrast and not being afraid to dig deeper than the surface, and that people would feel open with you because you've been open with them.
As a culture that's kind of void of answers and just very lost in an I-generation of trying to find answers with themselves and kind of, falling, blank to that, what is Humble Beast doing to fill in that blank?
I think Humble Beast is attempting to present the gospel in a real and tangible way, not just this is our music and we're going to say the truths about the gospel, but actually flesh it out in our lives. So we are going to communicate on our social networks how the gospel impacts us daily. We are going to talk about, for those of us who are married, how the gospel is the central theme in our marriage. For those of us who are doing different components, they might not even be speaking. Experiment doesn't rap, but he produces, but he's doing these things to the glory of God. So we will do whatever we have to do to present the gospel. We'll rap, we'll write, we'll produce, we'll shoot videos, create resources, whatever we have to do by any means possible, we will do that to present the gospel in a dying culture. That's how I feel we are contributing in this voided culture, this bankrupt culture.
We are Humble Beast. Check us out, humblebeast.com, and everybody don't forget, fill in the blank.
Peace.
Bye.